Peace and love, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I hope all is well for you guys. This is just something different that I'm going to, I'm going to start doing. This is something different, and I want to, make sure it's coming from the most purest place. So, with that being said, this is going to be a womb healing message. So this is going to be like a wisdom message, a womb wisdom message. So whoever was taking the womb healing journey, the ladies who was taking the womb healing journey with me or whatever, I want to give them a special reading. Present, and if you come across this video in the present or in the future, I want this to be an exercise that that helps. So before I pull any cards, I'm going off of flowing. We're just gonna let it flow. We're gonna let it flow. Because I feel like, ladies, women, my goddesses, my queens, empresses, high priestess, like whatever title, because I'm just like, these days, everybody be so hooked on certain things, but my feminine energy, we're gonna rock this one together. We're gonna rock this one together. The like-minded ones, because this is subjects I think we're not tapping in on. I think the message isn't clear. I'm getting stagnation. I'm getting people not honoring their temples, their sacred places. Not only the body of yourself, but the body of the world, the woman of the earth. That's what I'm getting. Like, just you the jewel. You're the jewel. You're the main dish. Like, and if we don't teach no type of value within self, it's not self like selfish. Oh, she's so into herself. I don't mean that when I say self-care, self-love. That's not where I'm coming from. I'm coming from having a certain love for yourself that can't be touched regardless of how many stones others may throw at you. You got to learn how to become a catcher. Like, when people throw rocks and stones and stuff at you, learn how to catch it. Catch it and create something with it. Be the alchemist of your own life. Take everything that people try to throw at you, or the gossip that people think that they're sitting having with amongst each other, that you hear, especially to my clairvoyant, my empaths, the ones who hear beyond a person's silence, the ones who had to forgive people, had to accept apologies and accept apologies that they never got. Those people, those quiet ones, those loud ones, like the ones who sat back for so long and just drowned out the truth. Now the voices are so loud of your enemies. You don't have a choice but to go within and find some type of self-love. Because everybody who you looked at as being an up and up person, you really starting to get, you starting to see the different side of that person. And you're hearing that clearly. You're seeing that clearly. and shit. Sometimes you can smell. You can smell bullshit when you smell it. You know? So your senses is starting to be... Wait a minute, you guys. What is you're being real sensitive. You pick up on, you're sensitive. You're highly sensitive. It's not in a bad way. Especially when you get balance. When you start looking at like the things that you played a part in things, and when you start looking at the things that you just blamed yourself for, and you know that you did not deserve to be treated a certain way. You know, this self-love thing is about forgiving yourself. Forgiving yourself for not seeing the value within yourself. I'm not going to say not seeing the value. We're not even going to do that, because some people that go through certain things, they see the value. But it be other people that can come in and act like they care at a vulnerable moment. And like a lot of those times be when you may fall short on something, when you're grieving, or when you're just overtired. You know, that leave you open for people to come in and play manipulation on you, you know, to try to manipulate you and gaslight you, you know. But when you start to tap into, I am the light, I am the fire, you know, when a person gaslights you or try to make you keep, you know, having you chase something. Like, if you guys ever seen that commercial, gotta be a little quicker than that, gotta be a little quicker than that. If you find someone coming to your life that's selling you false dreams, but telling you, no, because you gotta look at how certain things is easy access. This is the easy access world. So if someone is showing you the signs of a no flow, as a woman, you have to know when to go. Let it flow and let it go. When you tap into yourself, your body always told you that. When you have your her days, your sacred days, you let it flow. Your body telling you that. You let it flow. I don't care what age you is. Go back and think of that. If you got a young child, if you got a young princess, or you know, your young ones, you see that. You got to let them flow. You got to let them flow. You don't want to clog your life or your temple or your body. Clog your life, your temple, or your body with other people toxics. And not only outside toxics, but toxics that you take within, because you start to get sensitive. Your senses is waking up. You're getting your memory back. You're starting to get focused. You're getting your energy back. You're starting to be calm. So that's going to bring other people in to keep pushing your button. Pushing. So that's where this womb healing come in at. Pay attention to you. It's like a self-love journey. I'm not going to get people not to like, oh, you know, this journey and all of that. No. When you step into a self-love journey, sometimes it be unknowingly. It be unknowingly. And it's not all about looks and, oh, going to get your hair done and all that. No, it's not about that. It's about you coming to an understanding of boundaries and what you will accept and what you won't. Detoxing your life. And that's not only with food and stuff. That's what people, places, things, thoughts. But you got to start with you. You can't go to a job, have a career, have a healthy friendship, have healthy relationships. You can't do none of that if you have not passed your self-love journey that was created by the Most High for you, because all of our tests is going to be different. It's going to be different. What's for me may not work for you. What's for you may not work for me. And as a woman, when you start healing, your healing journey is going to be totally different from a man's healing journey. The reason of that is you hold more weight physically. Your body do. You have to hold that child. If that man walks away from you, you have to hold that weight. You hold the weight. The woman, the man, he holds something. We know that. This is not no gender. Oh, man, bigger than woman. No. We talking about us right now. You hold the weight of the world. You're carrying the world. When a woman get pregnant, she's carrying a whole nother world. That baby that's coming out of that woman can be the child that's going to change the world. So when it comes to creating your child, the place where you making love, that plays a part. The person who you making love with, that plays a part. The conversation that you had before y'all even got in that moment, that plays a part. Go back to the steps before you started to create, before you opened your womb. If you're pregnant or if you went through anything, molestation, that plays a part in decisions. Like, we got to break this down. So if you with a person and a child came out of get back and the child didn't come out of love, you got to handle them issues. As a woman, as a man, you got to handle them issues. Partnership. You can't be in certain partnerships and relationships with people if you hold different fears. This person may not know that you were molested or you had certain issues. So when men try to talk to you, you may look at it as a sexual thing and you pull back because you scared, your fear. So that's going to hinder you having healthy relationships. And that's where we get, I don't want to be everywhere, but that's where we get like the ladies that what you guys. That's when we get like that one lady like that you get that just got that little spunk about herself. Not all the time, but sometimes that lady put up a guard about herself because she's protecting herself. It's not that she don't like men. A man could have hurt her. A man could have took advantage of her when she let her guard down to man. You know? And that just made her a certain way towards men. So when a good man come in to try to protect her or help her, she's thinking about all the fucked up shit that she went through. So that's a blockage. So she's not going to have pure, genuine relationships with certain men because she can't see that far. Because she can't see far. She can't see past the hurt. Okay, now we're going to take this. Come on, ladies. We're going to take this to daddy issues, mama issues. Not saying a man don't supposed to hold his weight and take care of you. Yes, because that's what he's supposed to do. But it's a difference between taking care of someone and using someone. a lot of that coming from, I had a chance to live both lives, like kind of, we're going to go to that different, but you had to have some type, it's nothing wrong with letting a man come and take care of you. But you have to make sure that man coming to take care of you from a good place. And he's not coming to take care of you because he see your daddy issues. Because at some point in your life, you should be able to take care of your damn self. Not banking on, oh, let me have this baby. Oh, let me get him to pay this bill. Oh, no. Because that make you have to tap back. Damn, do I got some daddy issues where I think all men just supposed to just take care of me and I'm supposed to pull my weight? No. You gotta look at that. It feel good when you can be like, I did that myself, Stu. I did that myself. You know, and then it feel good just for a man to come in and be like, oh, damn, she did that herself. You need a little help. You appreciate that. You don't look at men as a meal ticket like that. And I'm not getting wrong. You got some men that like that. You can't weaken him by thinking that you need him so much, because, and then that messes with his self-esteem too, because he felt like, oh, I'm just the bank for her. So when a man start putting himself out like, oh, I'm just a bank for her, and then they get mad when you start to see your value, when you step in and start doing things for yourself that you don't need them as much. That's when you start to discern men. You're going to get the ones that's mad. Oh, who else doing that? Who doing it for you then? Because he looked at you as he seen your daddy issues. But it's different when a man come in and be like, okay, she fell a little short somewhere, but I see when she get back up, she can handle her own. She not looking for the next dude to come and, help her. She not looking for her dudes to be her daddy. She not looking for her dudes to come in and just pay every bill. It's good when you could be in a relationship with somebody. Ain't nobody business. You be like, oh, we have everybody had a seasons. Some of them seasons when you and your significant other, it might be a season where you're the breadwinner. You coming up with the ideas. You could have put in more work in the past season. So God, like, you can handle this. I'm going to put this weight on your back because he needed some rest. So you got to get your ass up here and do what you got to do. Or she needs some rest. So you got to get your ass up and do what you got to do. You got to look at things different. Sometimes men need resting seasons. Sometimes women need resting seasons. But when people from the outside that's not healed looking in at somebody else's resting season and labeling those seasons of that person as laziness. No, you don't know what season and mood God is putting that person in, getting them ready for their next journey. And if you do some type of self-love, you will know what season people be in. So you will start to see the ones who just want to use you, or the ones that's there genuinely, because everybody had a season. If a man or a woman tell you that stuff just been 100, I don't care you can have all the money, but your love life can be fucked, or your relationships with people can be jacked up. You got some people that got all this money, be like, dang, I wish I could just be regular. And you got regular people like, dang, I just need a couple bucks. It's a self-love type thing. Or whatever situation that may be thrown at you, you well equipped to handle it. I don't know what it is these days that you don't let nobody just make you a dependent. Where a man or a woman can do so much for you that they can claim you. It's different if you married, but no, if you're not married, and then within marriage, it's a certain balance. I will never want to put all the weight on one person. If I feel like, oh, okay, it's your working season and it's my resting season, I'm going to make sure with me being in my resting season, I make your working season comfortable. I'm not about to make you come back and be like, you coming, you doing all that you can. You being so creative. You trying your best. You coming out of your comfort zone. Talking to people you may not even like. You just doing whatever you can to make your life better. If a man doing that, then he come home to you. And you in your resting season. But you just resting. You not even coming up with nothing. Brainstorming with nothing. You're just blocked. You got to start asking, where's this coming from? If you guys want to break this down for you. And I'm not getting at people business, like everybody be thinking that. Like, I'm not. And some people can think of this and some people can't. If you blessed to be able to go back and think and whatever, thank the Most High for that. But think, where was your first traumatic experience? Did you ever have any traumatic, like anything that messed with your solar plex chakra, your sacred chakra? Did anything happen that make you look at things different? Like, okay, your first time. We're going to go back to your first time. Your first time having sex or your first time having a menstrual. We can go back to two of them because those are scary moments for a woman because them are different. That's something that's not, that's different. She know it. It's in her head. She know it, but she's never 100% ready for this moment. So go back to those two moments. That's why if you got young daughters, you have to pay attention to those two moments. I'm not even going to tell this situation, but my son had a situation with a young lady, and I was so proud of him. I said, yeah, baby. Woo, he listened. I may not think that he was listening, but he got it. She had an issue, and he helped her. He didn't laugh at her. He didn't laugh at her. He helped her. So the divine gave him an extra point forever because that could have been a traumatic moment for that young lady if he didn't help her. That would have scarred her. That would have scarred her just by that one moment if that young man didn't step in and help her. If he wasn't up on game of what a woman went through or what women go through. If didn't nobody sit back or he didn't pick up on, oh, this girl going through something. I seen this, or, I seen this. We're not going to get all into that because I don't want, I don't know who all watch my stuff, but I don't like period shaming young girls because you create long-term pain and hurt for them. I don't like that. And that need to be taught because God, they have to get that too, that's natural. If a young man or a man looking at you like you nasty off of what flow through you naturally, but you not nasty to bang it, but you nasty when it go through its issues and certain stuff like that, if that makes sense. But a lot of trauma then came to our young girls from period shaming. You must teach a young woman how to take care of herself. Always to have stuff in order. Don't be scared to have these conversations. You rather have these conversations with yourself and your child before you let them go out in the world and get their feelings hurt. You rather break this down. Because if anybody noticed it or not, our youth is like no chill. They don't have no chill. And if you still find the ones that do, that's still walking out of love because that's what they were raised out of, you know, you nurture that. You nurture that. You nurture that. You teach your children as a woman. If you got young boys or girls, you teach your young men. You don't period shame a woman. If you see anything happening with her, you help her. Because they could be preventing trauma for that young girl. You don't know if she didn't have enough money at home. Her parents probably didn't even have enough money to get her sanitary napkins. You know, it's different things. So my missions is totally different. I'm not out here for everybody. I'm not. And I am okay with that. The conversations that I talk on, a lot of people don't even want to touch. Okay, and that was just one with the minstrel with the young ladies. Teach your young men. Don't period shame these young girls, because you could create a lifetime hurt. And it's gonna take that young girl gonna have to go through womb healing, because her first time to be into or something that supposed to been honored turned into humiliation. Okay, so we're gonna speak more on that, but now we're gonna talk about young women first time, the conversation of having, the topic of having conversation with yourself and with your young women. You know, we folk, this is the women right now. We're gonna have a whole different, if I drop in, you know, different things as far as man point of view, you know, just take it and you know, play with it, whatever, you know where I'm coming from. But the second thing, far as with the womb healing, go back and ask yourself, what was that first moment of your space? Did you willingly give yourself to somebody, or was it taken? Because if it was taken, that's womb trauma. If you've been through any type of molestation or whatever, it don't even have to be your first time, whatever which time. That's womb trauma. That's trauma. That's womb trauma, sexual trauma, when a man can lay down with you and then go and down talk you to someone else. That's womb trauma, because that was a sacred moment with somebody. That's why you got to watch who you let into your space. That's where I get, because you creating traumas for yourself and other people is creating dollars and clout for themselves. So that's all I just be saying. Like, everybody is not even worth you sharing yourself with. Is this person worth me having a lifetime of trauma in my womb? So every year around this time, if I slept with this person, if you slept with this person on your birthday in 1980, every year on your damn birthday in 1980, that energy is going to be shown in your life somewhere, because that was some type of trauma. I don't know if people get that, but I'm trying to break it down to the best of my ability. So you could, like, in different, and then certain things come back up with different people and different faces. It'd be the same scenario, but different faces, or different, you know, different faces. So you got to know when you recognize certain things. You got to know, oh, that was a trauma, you know, that was some womb healing I had to do. I have to make time for myself to give me some, you know, some sacred days to tap in with God and my ancestors to show me how to get through this, because I'm setting up blockages, you know, I make, you know, in certain areas. You have to, like, so the self-love, self-care thing is something, is on a whole different level. And like I tell people, if you want to take this journey with me, I am on a whole different level with it. You know, people can steal and copy and whatever that they choose to do, but you can't copy something that wasn't handed down to you. What my gift is may not be your gift. What your gift is may not be my gift. All of us have different bloodlines and different things. Your ancestors may not rock with what my ancestors rock with. You know? So it's different, or you didn't, or certain people didn't get the ability. Your healing power sit somewhere else. Your creative energy sits somewhere else. So you block yourself when you don't do self-care, a self-love journey. Because if you did all of these things and it started with the womb, you wouldn't be like envious and jealous and spite and, you know, certain things that people have towards other. You will start seeing those decrease because you have done your healing. So a lot of bull crap that people try to put over on you, you were healed from it. It don't bother you. So when people say, oh, gut health, yeah, we get that. But this journey is totally, it's way deeper. You got to go within that womb. You could see a bigger, healthy person that could be healthy, could be way healthier than this smaller person. Because that bigger person or that smaller person, whatever which way you want to put it, could have went through a real deep, they probably have less womb trauma. So healing start in different, you know, healing is different. The woman has certain keys to healing the womb because the woman should know her body. Should. Not saying that a woman should know her body, and a man has to learn how to care for the woman's body. So the first opinion comes from the woman. And then the second one is going to come from the man. But you should, and that's just like with your physician or whoever or whatever healing, or your healing coach, whoever you know, if you want a man to help you heal through certain things. But it's only so much healing that a man can heal when it comes to the womb. Because a lot of that drama that he's trying to heal, he didn't create. He didn't create that. He didn't violate you. You know, and that go back into mama and daddy issues. My mama didn't protect me. My daddy didn't protect me. My girl, whatever didn't protect me. So when you do find a protector, a lot of those issues starting to come back up to the point that this man gonna run because he can't handle it. He not a satisfy and please it. But far as healing it, that's a whole different talk. And a whole different walk, baby. That's totally different. That start with self. Because you have to really keep it 100 with yourself. You know? And I started this journey because people used to talk to me. And actually, I used to get like people like, oh, you want it, you know, dang, have you been with anybody? Like, because, you know, when you with somebody for so long, you with somebody for so long, that's how you know certain things just don't be sex. You know, because I'm not no goody two-shoes and I'm not all of that, but I feel like that energy right there is something totally special. And it shouldn't be shared. Like, as you get older, like when you were younger, you probably just was like, oh, whatever. But as you get older, whoa, baby, that energy right there, you better know how to be selfish with it. Because once you open that portal, and then like some of us are black. Oh my God. Some of us, I'm gonna keep it 100. Some of you guys, we're gonna get deep into this. Some of you guys have magical, like, once somebody has sex with you, it be hard, or share some type of connection with you. Your energy, like if you did the healing, this is how you know if the healing and you know what levels you on. Like everybody's stuff is different, so you will have to do like a one-on-one with me. But like these conversations should be brought up before you go get married. These conversations should be brought up before you know, when you're dating, you know, just different people. It's certain conversations that you have to have, because you have to make sure you clearing these energies that may have been, you know, tagged to you. A lot of us, you probably don't even remember what happened when you was a child. But when you start going to heal and cleanse and stuff like that, whew, all the things that may come out, you got to be prepared for that, baby, because you start looking at people different. A lot of things that was hidden comes up. You know, it depends on what your trauma was. And then you can't ask everybody is not meant to coach you through things. You will know who for you. Trust me. Because your people going to send them. They're going to be like, oh, that's your healer. That's your healer. You know, because it's a certain touch. You know, some of us got the hands of healing, and it's a certain touch. Everybody don't have it. So if people likes to sit back and like try to, you know, steal and do all this stuff, y'all, man, don't waste your time with it. Because being authentic, it ain't nothing you can fake. So I ask that you guys, like, this journey, you know, take this journey seriously, because when you go into those special unions or whatever, which way, you know, some people like, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that. It's not even about getting ready for having a relationship with, you know, with anybody sexually. It's about being able to handle all of your relationships. All that's sexual or non-sexual. That's being able to handle, to make better decisions, because you're not making decisions off of trauma. You know, you got people, you could be in a job or something, or a career, and you may not even think this is nothing, but it could be a person, good candidate to help you. You read his resume, you read everything. Soon as they come, you like, oh yeah, oh, I think this one right here got everything that I need. Right, this was before we had the photos. You could see the photos. Then that person come into your office or whatever, come into your place, and that person looked like the person that hurt you, that could have molested you or did something, and that shit freaks you out, because that's a trauma that won't heal. So then that opened up self-sabotage for you. That could have been an opportunity for you, but by you not being healed, you know, on certain things, and you like, you know, that was a time that you supposed to been healed. That was a test. That probably, the Most High wasn't gonna let that person that looked like somebody that hurt you sit in your face. That was just a test to see, have you got past that situation? You know, so trauma and different stuff come up in different areas. You have to know how to heal this. You got people that don't like to even look at their children, because their children look like the father that hurt them. So they take it out on their child or their daughter. So you guys, this womb healing journey, this self-love, this self-care journey is totally different. You have to tap in. I only can help so much, but everybody's story is different. But you got to tap in and see what your triggers is. And you got to be honest with me. Because that's the only way I'm going to be able to help. You know, you got some people that got issues because, you know, we're friends. It don't even have to be sexual. It could be friends. Like, oh, I thought this person was really my friend. I told this person somewhere, or this person was with me, and they, you know, something happened. So now you don't like females. You know, it's different trauma. It's different trauma. It's different trauma, y'all. And I took the time back for years and different stuff just to sit back and look. Self-check myself too. Did a lot of self-checking, self-healing. But you only can heal what take responsibility for the things that you're responsible for. You can't take responsibility for the things that you're not, that comes from someone else's, you know, that comes from somebody else not healing. Hurt people. So if you took yourself out of the hurt people, if you took yourself out of the hurt person category, that leaves you less room to hurt people. So you're not a hurt person anymore. So you don't look toward going around hurting people. Okay, you all. And finding your self-worth within you, not finding your self-worth in having the joy out of taking nobody's partner, you know, having the joy out of blackmailing somebody, or having the joy of keeping, you know, things, you know, just doing things out of spite. That shows you're not healed. You need like to do a lot of womb healing. And it could have came from somebody violated you. You know, one of those period shaming. Somebody violated you. Mother, daddy wasn't there. You know, friend betrayed you. You know, this stuff comes from different places. And the healing come from people being 100%. And a lot of it came from toxic products. You know, so everybody, a lot of people, things is going to be different. A lot of it came from birth control, womb dysfunction come from birth control, certain things come, and that comes with like how you carry your emotions, when I want to say like womb and stuff like that. So a lot of things come from different things. You know, your root chakra and certain things could have been tampered with when you were a child. You know, people could have played on your self-esteem and your courage all your life. And now you're waking up and you starting to see this. So you're finding balance. You're balancing your womb space, your temple. Okay, you guys, that was, 45 minutes. This is going to be for this coming week. And I'm going to do just a womb healing reading. The things that you need to heal to help you move forward. Because once you start removing those blockages, you can create so much. If you're trying to create another life, or you're trying to create, different things into your life. It could be, physical creation for as a child, or it can just be an idea. So you have to heal these things. And it's not like, if these conversations, yes, I'm a business owner, and I don't want to get all personal with people who work for me and all of that, but I do offer certain services, because you get to work, everybody is not your friend. So that'd be hard to even, open up you know. But I offer this service just all the kindness of my heart. Because if I want somebody to be on my team and come and do their best work and help my business grow, and hopefully taking notes so they can create their own business. You know, if you come into a place with somebody every day as a woman, don't you know that your menstrual cycles link together? If you're working, just pay attention. They start to work. If you worked in a place or somewhere, or when you go or you hang with another woman for so long, if you notice, you guys' menstrual cycles links together. So with that being said, I've been healed things because I work for myself now. So I have more time to focus on myself. So a lot of that trauma and the fakeness and all of that stuff that I was holding being in the corporate world and, you know, and help and doing all this stuff, that things that was, you know, being put on my plate that wasn't even mine. I had a chance to heal a lot of things. You know, it'd be some days when people be working these jobs, they don't even have time for themselves because they want to run to play, make sure they there, make sure they clock in, make sure they getting their money. You know, I get that. But how could you be a good service to someone else if you can't even be a good service to yourself? So before I step back out here and make business connections and do connections, doing different things with people, I have to 100% make sure I'm good within myself. Because soon as you fall dead, your position is going to be put up for the next person. But it's a whole different ballgame when you work for yourself. When you take time to work on you more than you do your business, sometimes it takes that. It takes that. Because a lot of your energy was given away to create somebody else's structure. And you start breaking down. And you done gave all your energy for years to somebody else. So when you take time to sit back and step back and tap into yourself and give yourself some of that self-love, you start building self. And it's not selfish. It's just a self-check. So you can start self-checking yourself on different areas. Writing your self-checks. Self-checking yourself. You don't have to check with nobody else. You can check in with yourself to make certain decisions. So this is a whole different journey for me. A whole different journey. Because if you don't have self-worth or know the worth within yourself, how do you think anybody supposed to pay you your worth? And you don't even know you don't know the self-worth within yourself. So no, it's not selfish. Because if you don't take time to make time for yourself, people going to always run you dry. And your life will continue to be blocked. So that was for this week, you guys. That was for this week. And I'm just going to leave that there. And yeah, because I've been going for almost an hour. I'm just going to wrap this up. Well, should I I'm going to do the reading separately. And I think this video is going to... Let me see how I'm going to share this. I think this might just be strictly for those who, you know, choosing to get coaching for me, because I can't keep on, and which is not about money and it's not about certain things, but I can't keep on helping people and giving freely to people and everybody just taking from me for their own gain and benefit, and then I'm just sitting here. I can't keep doing that, because I know what I know that I done went through. I done the work. You know, I done the work to be able to stand with no harm to myself or nobody else. So with that being said, I'm going to see exactly how I'm going to share this one. You know, because I'm starting to see, like, you know, people just sitting back, just taking your work. And that, like, that, nah, like, that's not it. That's not it. So, you know, I don't mind helping people heal through their journeys. I don't mind that, you know, creative healing. Not healing like, oh, here go a pill, you're here. No, this is a whole different healing. This is spiritual healing. So, okay, you guys, I'm going to close that out right there. But I'm going to close this out right here, you guys. And I'm just going to do a reading. I'm going to leave with a reading. All right, peace.